there he is, and that is a giant.
Look at the size of that thing. Wow. That is an unexpected surprise. How pretty that thing is. So ideally, I'll cast over that log, bring my line in between the branches and come underneath. Whether it's going to work or not, I don't know, but let's try it. Hey guys, Iron Mike here with Lively Legz Fly Fishing, and I was on my way to the stream this morning and stopped at this overlook, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I said, you know what, we're just going to stop there. We'll talk a little bit about what we're doing on today's video, which is brook trout fishing. Now, we get a lot of questions about being successful at brook trout fishing, and it's one of the most fast and furious, exciting types of fishing in my opinion, but there are several key things that you need to do. Number one is, obviously you have to locate brook trout streams, which is not hard to do. I have a camp in Potter County, and it's actually in Cameron County, very close to the line. But anyhow, it's just outside of Emporium, so I drove up and I planned on doing a brook trout fishing video. Now, one of the easiest ways to locate brook trout, you can basically drive around anywhere up here, or take a map of Potter and Cameron counties, flip a coin, and wherever that lands by a little blue line, it most likely has brook trout. They're everywhere. Now, there are certain streams that have a better population than others, and that's what you have to find. Another thing about brook trout fishing is that we get a lot of questions is the gear, the setup. And I know people are going to disagree with this. A lot of times you'll hear people go out and buying a brookie rod, which is a little, a very short fly rod. Now, in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, but from my experience, using a longer rod, you're going to be a lot more successful. Reason being is you can keep back from those runs and not spook the fish, and that is the number one factor in catching brook trout and being successful. So I'm going to go over my setup, but I forgot to mention another great resource is the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission has interactive maps, and you can look up Class A streams, and you can also look for natural reproduction streams, and those will give you some great options to start. However, that being said, I like to just find those little blue lines and check them out, because I have found streams that are not on either of those lists that are absolutely great. So real quick, before I go to the stream, I want to run down over my setup. And I've been using a new line called OPST. And what it is, it's a laser line, it's a monofilament line, and it's probably the easiest setup that I've ever done. As you can see here, I have my reel, and I put backing on my reel, maybe an eighth to a quarter full, and then I took that whole entire spool of the OPST and I put it on my line. Now, once the OPST comes off the spool, I did stretch out the entire spool. It's like 167 feet or something like that. So I stretched it all out, put it on the reel, then at the end of the OPST, here's how simple it is. I have, get this out of the way, come back here, a little windy out. I have, right here's the end of my OPST. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the video, but right where my hand is, I have a piece of cider about that long, maybe 2.5 feet. Then at that cider, I have a tippet ring down to my first fly. There's my first fly. And then I have 2 knots in that first fly down about 8 inches, and I have a tiny split shot, and then about 7 more, I have my bottom fly. So that setup is so easy yet effective. Number one, it eliminates your leader. There's absolutely no leader on that pole. It's straight OPST to that indicator. Lastly, before I head to the stream, and on that stream I'll be talking more about what type of water to look for, where those brook trout are going to be laying. But last thing I want to mention here at this opening is one of my favorite parts about this job is tying flies and testing them out. So I actually came up with some new style of double trebles designed specifically for brook trout. Now, not saying they won't work on the browns, because I think they will, but I really think they're going to work great on the brook trout, and I'm excited to test them out today. And you know, we'll probably, I'm sure they're going to work because brook trout love flashy things, but we're hoping to add these to our lineup, you know, come summertime or for early next season. So I'm going to give you a look at those, so on the stream when I catch one, you know which one I'm talking about. Let me grab the camera here, walk it over. Look how beautiful that is, though. Pretty, pretty. Okay, and here's a look. I don't know if you can see them, but there is a new pink one, a new white one, and a new purple. So those are the flies that I'm going to be using. Put that back down. Alright, those are the flies that I'm going to be using on the stream today. So I'm going to get the camera shut off and we'll see you on the trout stream. Okay, just got down to the stream after making that nice morning clip. Going to start at this first run. You can see a log here and nice little seam on both sides on actually the outside of the log, and some rips coming in at the top. So I'm going to work up through here and see if we can get one. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. Second cast, all right. Nice little brookie. No hands wet. Go in here, give you a quick look. And he took the bottom fly, which was that, out of the net. Nice pink double, new style double trouble, and what a way to start it off. Second cast. There he goes. Oh, there's a good one. That's a real good fish. Oh, there's a brown. Wow. That's an unexpected. Let me get the camera turned around here. Put my hands. That is an unexpected surprise. Look how pretty that thing is. Gorgeous brown. Wow. Took the old white one. I have the pink on the bottom. Got me a little wrapped up here. Let me get this out. Wow. Really wrapped up. There we go. What a fish. Here, the fly spit out, but he did take the top fly. Now the net here, give you a look. Took the old white double trouble. Little guy, beautiful though. I'll hurry up, get him back in. He's feisty. Won't settle down. There he is. Beautiful little brookie. There he is. Clean up the head of that run. You can see this water is crystal clear. Took the pink one, Nice little brookie. Back in. Not too bad so far, considering the conditions.
I saw that one. There we go. It's one of those tight spots to get into. But if you don't, come on, baby.
If you don't take your chances in those tight spots, you're not going to get them. And this is a beautiful little brookie right here. There he is. Took the pink. We're going to keep her rolling, see if we can't get another one up there.
There it was. One more.
Okay, and that's certainly the advantage right there of having a 10-foot rod. I was able to reach right out over that run and missed one and got one. I'm going to talk from behind the camera here. This water is crystal clear and they're very skittish today. But as you can see, nice run coming in underneath that tree up there. So I'm just going to sneak up along the bank. And you want to try to keep a low profile when it's like this. Certainly not going to skip the end of this run though.
Giant brook trout. I lost the fly, but I see a giant brookie. Maybe he'll hit it. There he is, and that is a giant.
I saw him. Holy moly, is this a good one.
And I did not spook this fish.
Wow, this is a beautiful brook trout. Oh my gosh, this is gonna have to be the cover photo. So I'm gonna show it to you. Look at the size of that thing. Wow. All right, I'm gonna take them out and explain what happened there. Get them back in the water. Get them in the net here. Wow, thank you. Look at him zipping down the stream there. So what happened there was I saw a giant brook, and that's a big brookie, that's probably 11 inches. Followed my flies down, they ended up getting caught up on a rock, and I didn't want to spook them, so I busted one off. And he just swam out a little bit into the next seam over, took a drift, only had that white double treble on the top, and he nailed it, and that just made my day. That gorgeous trout. Okay, I'm still in the same run where I got that giant brook trout. I'm going to hit the upper part because you never know. I mean, that was a big boy. He might have been a ruler of the roost in this hole, but we'll see. Another one. Another one.
Oh, not as big, but he's a beauty. Smacking that pink one. There he is. Let's get him released here. See if we can't get another one out of this hole. One more. And the cast I like to do here is grab that bottom fly, flex the rod, hook it up in there. I hope you can see the sider because that one nailed it. The hang. Here's a very interesting piece. You can't cast into the run because of that log right there. You got a branch sticking out to the left of that. So ideally I'll cast over that log, bring my line in between the branches and come underneath. Whether it's going to work or not, I don't know, but let's try it. Ah, and this one right here in the soft seam. There was one real close right here. Try that one again. Now, I'm going to try that tricky cast again. See if I can get it right this time. And get over that log, hurry up and get the rod dip low. Over the log, get low, come down through. Perfect. And a reward. Oh my gosh, you make the absolute perfect cast, hook a beautiful brook trout, and don't get rewarded. Oh, that stinks. Oh well, I'm going to keep that one on the video because I went over that log, bent the rod down low, kept it low, come under, and he nailed it. So you got to try those casts. Okay, this is one of my actual favorite pieces of brook trout water right here. We have some fast water. Not so much of a soft seam on the right there, but if you look on the left, there's a nice pocket in there, so see if we can't pull another out. I'm going to hit this one on the left first. Nobody home there. Oh, right, instant hit. As soon as you hit the water. Come on, buddy, hit again. There he is. Oh, that's a good one. Well, let me wet my hand here. I lied. It wasn't a good brookie spot. Another beautiful brownie. Let me get him unhooked here. He took the top fly, which is that new white. So that just proves the theory that they're going to work on the browns too. And what a gorgeous wild brown here. Balance. Oh, he's a squirmy one. There he is. Get him released. And there he goes. So, all right. I keep picking up fish everywhere in the low shallow stuff, and it just takes forever to set up the camera. So I'm going to try this low shallow stuff just because it seems like there's a lot of fish holding in those shallow spots today. So I'm going to work right up through here. Keep the camera rolling. And there he is. It's been all day coming up through these shallow spots. And I'm just not taking the time to put the camera on. Got sick of it, so I said, you know what, I'm going to start filming a couple shallow spots. And they're everywhere through the shallows. There he is. Nice little brookie. Get that fly out of his mouth. Should pop right out. These barbless come out pretty easy. Hey, he really got this one. Oh, the line's tangled around him. Let's see. There we go. Line got wrapped around the fin. Alright, here's another little interesting spot. We got two riffles coming in, and the one pulls about a 2 feet drop pool, and a lot of times they'll stay in that kind of water. So I'm going to cast in both of them, see if we can't get another one. I'm going to try the shallow here at the end first. Nobody home in the shallow. Get one up into that drop pool. Oh, there it is. That's a hard one. Another little beautiful brownie, and he's hooked under the gill, but he actually took the purple one. I lost my other one in a tree back here, so I figured I'd throw that on. It's a rare occasion when you get a brownie that you get a brook out of the same hole. They usually just don't work that way. So I'll shut the camera off, keep moving. What a beautiful little brown. Okay, so I came upon, I'm hoping this is my last hole. I want to get one last fish to end it. I'm right at the bike. I did, I don't know, I think it was about 1/2 to 3/4 of a mile. And I probably caught maybe a dozen on video, and probably that many or more, you know, not with the video camera. Lots in the shallow waters. Like I said, I want to get to the afternoon, head over and fish for brown trout, but I'm not going to take the camera along. So let's see if we can end it here, and you know, hopefully you learned a little bit of something about brookie fishing. Longer rods are my preference. I really like this the OPSD for brookie fishing, especially. It is super sensitive. They just like jolt that line like crazy. So let's see if we can't get another one to end it. First cast. I think it's another little brownie. Sure is. Another little brownie. There he is, and he took that little purple one. Whoop! It fell out. So get him released. As always, thanks for watching, and let me see if I can find it. Right there. This is a good old bicycle. Best of luck and enjoy.